Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Dr. Li Risdika Mardiana, MPD, dosen di Program Studi Magister Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris, Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni, Universitas Negeri Jakarta. Video ini adalah bagian dari unjuk kerja pembelajaran yang memperlihatkan proses pelaksanaan perkuliahan pada mata kuliah Fundamental Grammar. Mata kuliah dengan bobot 2 SKS ini bertujuan untuk mengkaji penyusunan makna dalam teks tulis dan lisan pada tataran kalimat dengan unsur gramatika eksperiensial yang tepat dan berterima pada unsur verba, nomina, adjektiva, adverbia, dan frasa preposisional yang sesuai dengan konteks situasinya dengan memanfaatkan teknologi informasi dan komunikasi yang efektif. Materi pembelajaran mencakup berbagai topik yang terdiri dari kalimat sederhana, bentuk tulis, dan lisan, yang meliputi part of speech, sentences, and clauses, dan tenses. Topik pembelajaran dari mata kuliah ini adalah kata kerja finite and non-finite, types of nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, noun phrases, dan noun clauses, independent clause dan dependent clause, adjective clauses, dan prepositional phrases, simple, continuous, and perfect tenses. Pada pembelajaran ini, saya akan mendemonstrasikan proses pembelajaran di pertemuan ke-6, yaitu mengenai independent and dependent clause. Pada pertemuan ini, mahasiswa diharapkan mampu menganalisis independent dan dependent clause mulai dari definisi dari independent dan dependent clause, membedakan keduanya, mengidentifikasi tipe-tipe dependent clause, dan mengkonstruksi kalimat kompleks yang benar secara gramatika. Proses pembelajaran pada mata kuliah ini menerapkan pendekatan student-centered learning melalui case-based learning dan project-based learning. Pendekatan ini dapat terlihat dari aktivitas pembelajaran yang terpusat pada mahasiswa setelah mendapatkan penjelasan konsep. Dari pemahaman konsep tersebut, mahasiswa diminta untuk menganalisis kesalahan-kesalahan kalimat pada tulisan seseorang dengan berdiskusi untuk memperbaikinya, serta mengembangkan kemampuan berpikir kritis melalui proyek pembuatan poster yang berisi hasil analisis klausa mereka pada teks otentik yang ditemukan di internet. Pada sesi pembelajaran hari ini, saya akan lebih memusatkan perhatian mahasiswa pada pentingnya mempelajari berbagai macam klausa dependent dan independent berdasarkan contoh dari kasus dan teks otentik dari internet yang saya berikan. Setiap aktivitas yang saya berikan memberikan kesempatan kepada mereka untuk mengaplikasikan konsep yang sudah dijelaskan sebelumnya, sehingga mahasiswa merasakan dampak dari ketidakpahaman klausa yang dapat menyebabkan salah paham. Penilaian dilakukan berdasarkan aktivitas partisipatif, hasil proyek, tes tulis UTS berupa analisis kasus, dan tes tertulis UAS, sehingga mahasiswa dinilai tidak hanya berdasarkan hasil akhir, namun juga berdasarkan proses belajar dan partisipasinya dalam pembelajaran. Berikut adalah cuplikan proses pembelajaran pada mata kuliah Fundamental Grammar dengan materi independent and dependent clause. Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, good afternoon class. How are you today? Okay, nice to meet you again. This is our sixth meeting, yeah. And today we are going to learn independent and dependent clauses. Do you still remember what we learned last week in meeting 5? It's about noun clause and noun phrase, right? Okay, from the noun clause and noun phrase, we are going to move forward to independent and dependent clause, because what you have understood in the last meeting, it really important to be applied in this activity in this meeting. Okay, so learning outcomes. Yeah, by the end of this meeting, you are able to first distinguish independent and dependent clauses. Second, improve poorly written paragraphs. Third, analyze authentic texts using clause analysis and classifying the clauses. And then the last one, produce a poster. Okay. Next. Yeah. So before we go further, I would like to have a simple discussion with you. Yeah. Can you describe the two pictures using one sentence? Now look at, there are two pictures here, the first picture and the second picture. What is happening in the first picture? Brainstorm? Rains. Okay, it is raining. Yeah. How about the second picture? Sport match, good. A sport match postponed. Okay. So this is the first picture, it is raining, and the second picture, a sport match is postponed. Okay, now can you describe the two pictures using one sentence? So there are two conditions, right? Yes.
The match is postponed because there is a thunderstorm.
The match is postponed because
There is a thunderstorm.
there is a thunderstorm. Okay. Good job. I think I need one more. Siapa lagi? Any other opinion? Maybe not brainstorm. Rainstorm, not rainstorm. Maybe you want to change with other vocabulary. Yes?
Due to the bad weather, the sport match is postponed.
Due to the bad weather, the sport match is postponed. Okay, good. So these two answers are correct. Yeah, you can use because, you can use due to, and it shows, it represents these two pictures. Good job. Thank you. Next. So this is the answer. Okay, why should we learn clauses? Okay, let's compare picture A and picture B. So picture A, we have one clause, because the weather was bad. Yeah, according to picture A. And in picture B, we have another clause. How many clauses here? Two, good one. There are two clauses. Because the weather was bad, the football match was postponed. Okay, now I ask you, which one is understandable? The first one or the second one? The second one, good. Why? Because a complete sentence. Because the second one is a complete sentence. So this sentence has a main clause and a dependent clause. It expresses a complete idea, while the first picture here, picture A, it is not complete or incomplete. So this clause cannot stand alone. Because the weather was bad. Can you understand because the weather was bad? No, of course you need more information. Good. You need more information to be understood. Okay? So let's go to the next slide. Yeah, so what is an independent clause? Look at the name. Independent. Independent, it means, yeah, it means that you can stand alone, independent, okay? So an independent clause is a group of words that can stand alone as a complete sentence. Why it can stand alone? Because, yes, it has a subject and also a finite verb. It has subject, a finite verb, so it means complete. It can stand alone. Expresses complete thought, like the way you can understand the previous slide. Yeah, the clauses, the sentence in the second picture. Okay, so independent clause expresses a complete thought, so it makes sense on its own. You can understand, you get all the information. Okay, so it can stand alone as a sentence, no additional information needed. Okay, so it is complete. You don't need another information to understand it. For example, I have enough money. Okay, I, subject, have, finite verb. Okay, enough money, what is it? Object. So this sentence is complete. It can stand alone. Okay, good. Next. The next one is dependent clause. What is a dependent clause? Look at the name here, dependent. What does it mean? Dependent. Cannot stand alone. Okay. So, it contains a subject and a finite verb. It has the basic part of a clause. Yes or no? Yes, of course. So it has subject, it has finite verb, but does not express a complete thought. Why? Because it leaves us wanting more information, like the sentence, because the weather was bad. We need more information. It cannot stand alone because it needs another clause to make sense. Okay, and it usually begins with subordinating conjunction. So in the sentence, because the weather was bad, which one is the conjunction? Because, good. So because is an example of subordinating conjunction. So we have this one. The example is because I need milk. In this sentence, we have because as subordinating conjunction. We have I as a subject and need as a finite verb. Okay, subject, finite verb. But cannot stand alone. We cannot understand. Because I need milk. And then, why you need milk? Okay? That's the question that will appear when you read because I need milk. Why do you need milk? Okay, so this is not a complete sentence. It cannot stand by itself. Any question? No, okay. Next, so let's see the difference. Yeah, I try to put all the examples here. So we have independent clause here, we have dependent clause, and then we have complete sentence. Okay, when we have an independent clause, yeah, It can say that it can stand alone as a complete sentence. For example, we went for a walk. We is the subject, when is the verb. So we can understand, we went for a walk. And then for dependent clause, it cannot stand alone. It is incomplete. It is not a complete thought. We need more information. For example, because we needed exercise. So this is the answer of why. But what is the condition? Why we needed exercise? Okay, so because we needed exercise. So it is not understandable, right? We have subordinating conjunction here. We have subject, we have verb. So this one, the subordinating conjunction, that makes the sentence cannot understand. Incomplete, good, we need more information. So when we want to make a complete sentence, we can combine the independent clause with the dependent clause as long as the idea is related. Okay? In these two pictures, do you think that the idea is related? Yes. Okay. So when you combine these two sentences, it becomes, we went for a walk because we needed exercise. So it is already a complete sentence. The dependent clause already can be understood. Yeah. So we still have here the complete thought. The independent clause is this one, we went for a walk, and the dependent clause is because we needed exercise. Okay. Next. So now we have a case study, yeah. This is case study 1. Okay, I have some sentences, yeah. How many? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 sentences. Okay, now what you are going to do is find the grammatical problems by identifying the independent and dependent clauses. So all of these sentences, yeah, you have to identify them. Which one is dependent, which one is independent clause. Okay? And then, you know that independent clause is, it cannot stand alone. Dependent clause, independent clause can stand alone, but dependent clause, it cannot stand alone. So after you identify the types, you need to suggest the revision. Okay? Because all of these sentences stand alone. Okay? Understand? Do you get it? Yeah. So the tips here, check for the subject and verb. And then check the sentence, whether it can stand alone or not. And then identify the subordinating conjunction in the sentence, whether it is exists or not. Okay? So what you are going to do here is underline the independent clause, circle the dependent clause, okay? And then find the problems, whether it is a fragments or there is no problem, none. If there is no problem, you can say none. Okay? Are dependent clauses correctly connected? Is punctuation used correctly? Okay, so check whether the sentence use comma or full stop. Yeah? So if you want to combine, it means that after the dependent clause, it needs comma. And then after the comma, it will be an independent clause. That's the structure, right? The sentence structure is always like that. Okay, and then you need to suggest revision. Rewrite the sentences to make them complete, clear, and grammatically correct. Okay, so I will give you 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Let's try 3 minutes, yeah. If it is not enough, I will give you additional time. Okay, so please do case study 1 in 3 minutes, and then after that, I will ask one of you to report your work. Okay. Okay, I would like to hear one person, one student, to report the work. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So we can see for the first sentences, it's the because social media affects teenagers. It is a dependent clause because it begins with because, which is the subordinating clause, conjunction.
Okay, good job. Thank you, Fiska. So let's see the answer, yeah. Okay, so all of the answer from Fiska is correct, yeah. We have the first sentence here, because social media affects teenagers. Yes, it is a dependent clause because it begins with the word subordinating conjunction because, so it cannot stand alone. So many types of dependent clause, yeah. There are only three types of dependent clause here. The first one is noun clause. Noun clause has a function as a noun. This is the case study 2. Yeah, in this case study, okay, you have to discuss with your partner. Okay, discuss with your partner. The scenario is like this. A first-year university student submitted the following paragraph here for an English writing assignment. Okay, you may start now. Okay, who will report the task, the work? Yeah, Fauzan.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, for the first sentence, I think it is dependent clauses because it is incomplete sentence.
Dependent clause.
Dependent clauses.
Okay, good.
For the type of dependent clauses, I think it is adverbial. About contrasting because it starts with subordinating conjunctions also. So it needs to be combined with the next sentence, which is the independent clauses.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's give applause. Yeah, excellent. Thank you, Fauzan. Now let's see the answer, yeah? So, the first sentence, although English is becoming increasingly important in today's world, this one is dependent, yes. It is a fragment, yes. So it needs to be combined with the next sentence. Yeah, although English is becoming increasingly important in today's world, comma, many university students still have difficulty communicating in English because they are afraid of making mistakes, comma, they rarely participate in classroom discussions. When the lecturer asks questions, comma, some students remain silent. This situation reduces their opportunities to improve their speaking skills. Okay? Good job. Any questions? Any question? So far so good? Yeah. This is the last activity. Yeah, the last activity for you. So it is a project-based learning. You will have a project. At the end, you have to make a poster, okay? But before that, you need to collect, I think 5 is enough. Yeah, 5 authentic sentences. We will discuss it, yeah, analyze clause types. So after you analyze the clause type, and then you report your work to me, and then we discuss it whether your work is correct or not. So after that, you can make the Canva poster if all of your work is correct, yeah. So the Canva poster have to be submitted tonight by midnight, yeah. So you can send it to Google Classroom. Okay. So for now, please go to any website. You can use. You can go to CNN website or BBC website, yeah, and try to find only 5 authentic sentences there, and then analyze the clause types. First, you have to analyze whether it is independent or dependent clause. Second, you have to analyze which type of clause, of dependent clause it is. Dependent clause, yeah, whether it is noun clause, adjective clause, or adverbial clause. I will give you 3 minutes. Okay, so you may start now. Yeah, okay, I think the time is up. Who wants to answer as an example? Okay, Viska.
Okay, so I have made 5 sentences before, and for the first sentences is
Wait, where did you get it?
I get it from my previous assignment from
Okay.
another course.
Okay,
Okay,
go on.
so the first one is, although it was raining, we decided to walk to library. So the type of clause is, the first one is the dependent clause. It is the although it was raining. And it is adverbial clause because it shows a contrast. And for the independent clause, it is we decided to walk to the library.
Good.
And it is a complete sentence.
Okay, good. Good job. Excellent, Fiska. Thank you for your report. And I think you can continue make the Canva poster, yeah. And for the others, you may collect your work on a piece of paper. I will check it, yeah. If it is already all correct, you can follow, continue to make the Canva poster, okay? But before I end this class, I would like to ask you what are the points that you can get from this meeting related to dependent and independent clause. What did you get?
The first thing is independent clauses. It is a clause that could stand alone, and then also a dependent clause. It cannot stand alone, and it makes the independent clause to be a complete sentences. And then also there's several types of clauses, like
Dependent clause,
clauses,
yes.
like the for the reasoning and the for the cause.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Okay.
I can also add.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good. So thank you everyone for your participation and your attention today. Don't forget to do your assignment, which is making a Canva poster. Don't forget to upload it in our Google Classroom. Okay, and see you next week. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Terima kasih telah menyaksikan video pembelajaran pada mata kuliah Fundamental Grammar sebagai pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi dalam bidang pendidikan dan pengajaran. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.